It's really not much of a surprise to myself or you or probably anybody watching, but it's officially been rated R for
Yeah, I saw that.
bloody horror, violence,
Yeah.
and gore. So that's
Yeah,
you know,
that was
it's
it was ceremonial at this point, but all right, here we are on another one.
the return to Halloween ends update.
Yes, yes,
So you know how movies will always be like, Star Wars, A New Hope. Well,
yes,
this episode is titled Halloween Ends Update Test Screening Number 2. But
yes,
we're going to start off with some other stuff before we get to the test screening because we got to make you wait just a little bit, right? I mean,
of course.
come on. So I got a few predictions. You know how we always talk about our
Hmm.
predictions we find and stuff. So this is an interesting one. Corey is actually Lindsay Wallace's son. Lindsay, surviving Halloween Kills and being obsessed with horror movies since the original 1978, has subconsciously projected her own obsessions with Michael onto her son, Corey, who has felt a connection with Michael from a young age. After all, Corey, and this is where it gets a little weird, Corey and Lori have a similar sound of their names. We're really drawing straws here, man.
Yeah.
Um, Again, showing how close and infatuated Lindsay has become with Lori and Michael. Uh, I don't, I no, I don't
I
know.
mean, I was the whole being Lindsay's son. Okay, I was on board. That's
Yeah,
possible.
that right.
Um,
But the hey, let's name him Corey because it sounds like Lori is
no,
kind of that's
that's a little wild.
you're digging, but you're hitting
Yeah,
you're hitting the stump there, man.
yeah, yeah. There's nothing there. Yeah.
So this one comments on the picture of Lori holding the gun, waiting on Michael. So you remember the scene where obviously
Hmm.
he pushes open the door and she's standing there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I haven't read anything considered a spoiler for Halloween Ends, but the rumorville from fans is the Michael, and I got to flip the page. Sorry, a Michael from this scene is an imposter, copycat. We kind of figured that part out
Hmm.
because he has all his fingers on the left hand. I disagree. Okay, let's see why. Everything about this scene has dream sequence written all over it. Lori looks different, wearing the same clothes from the original, and the exact same pumpkin she carved for Tommy while babysitting is on the fireplace mantle. I'm pretty sure that's Loomis's six-shooter revolver in her hand. Just my prediction, though. Okay, we had talked about
Yeah.
before that. What if what if they were making a movie or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
And because she's writing a book, so maybe they're making a film attached with it. So okay, that dream sequence could very well be possible because there are
Yeah. I could
again,
see it.
yeah, she is dressed like 78. The pumpkin is reminiscent of 78. And who knows if the gun is Dr. Loomis's, but it could be. Who knows? You know?
Yeah. I mean, it Drew's that's reasonable. That's probably one of the more
Yeah.
reasonable. And that would explain why he has all of his fingers and everything.
So this one I thought was cool. It's interesting, and it could be a potential good find. We'll leave it at that. Um, it says, I have a theory, guys. If you look close, Allison is wearing the same ring around her neck that the copycat Michael is wearing in a scene where he's stabbing someone.
Is it the same
Uh,
ring or
well,
just a ring?
I don't know because the picture that they show of her is like real dark, so you can't really
I
see it.
mean, my guess is that would be like her mom's wedding ring or something like that. Would be my thought.
Right, exactly.
You know.
So I'm guessing the real Michael kills kills him prior to this. Either that or they have matching rings and she just wears them around her neck. Uh okay, maybe because it was said that maybe she's dating this Corey kid. Maybe they have matching rings together.
Right.
Maybe that's what it is. But I think you're right about it.
Yeah.
Probably is her mom's wedding.
Yeah.
That would make
Yeah.
more sense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another prediction. My predictions. I think Myers is still killing people throughout ends in his more classic stealth ways, and then returning back to the sewers. Corey is obsessed with him, and after one of his kills, maybe the one where he is accused of killing this kid that he babysat, follows Myers back to the sewer, and only at the end of the film he works up the stones to actually try and commit to kill. So he takes Myers' mask and goes and tries to attempt to kill Laurie, which is where we see in the intro of the trailer, without realizing he led the real Myers straight to Laurie's house, and that's where all hell breaks loose. It's possible, you know.
Yeah.
Um, that is a lot of real Meyer-less movie, though.
And I really hope that they don't make it too convoluted and confusing with the
Yeah.
back and forth. Like, that was probably one of the biggest things that got him into trouble with the last movie.
Yeah.
So back and forth, I don't think there needs to be any confusion over who killed who. And really, I don't think Corey needs to kill a whole lot of people.
No, I don't think
in
so.
order for this to work. So, I think
agree,
leave the heavy lifting to Michael.
Yes.
And
That's where it should be.
and work around this thing a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, so we talked predictions. Now it's time to get into the second test screenings that happened in Vegas.
And I have not heard much about these, so this will be interesting.
Well, I got just a few little tidbits, but some of them are kind of cool though to hear. So this is just someone's post. It says, just an honest review from the Halloween test screening. If you don't set your expectations through the roof, you're good. If you don't set your expectations through the roof, this is a real good movie. It's not a great movie, but it's a good one for the Halloween franchise, and probably the best way to send it off. Okay, now that's good to hear.
I'll take it. Yeah.
We all want Halloween Part 1 from 1978 again, and that's just not possible.
Right.
There's good kills in the movie. There's some good callbacks, some nods to the original films, and overall, it's a fun watch. There's going to be a lot of people disappointed, but there will be others that will like it for what it is. I thought it was a really good movie. All right, cool. I mean, that's a positive review for once. Something we're hearing that's good.
Right.
Now, someone
asked based in reality too.
Right. Now, someone asked a question to that. And he said, I honestly don't know if it's too much of a spoiler to ask. Is the end, or if the ending feels like an ending, or if in any other way it feels like it's setting up for further movies. I guess what I'm asking is, if the series actually were to end here, would it be satisfying? So that person who made the original post answered and said, in my opinion, it was satisfying. But we know how that goes. There are going to be people who just complain just to be complaining. Mm-hmm. He's right. I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. I also heard, and this is like super good news, and I know it's old to some people. Again, we've been away for 2 weeks, but still, it's new to us, so we're going to cover it. That test screening actually got a really good reaction, even so much a standing ovation. So that's.
I'm guessing they took the better of the two movies that they showed at the first test screening. They probably took the better one with a better reaction and did this test screening.
Yeah.
So this was probably this whole process was probably planned in that way from the start.
Absolutely. For me, it's good to hear that it got a standing ovation. That's great.
Standing ovation is significant. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But some people are warning to be careful because full-blown spoilers and the ending will probably be ruined very soon. Which I'm sure it's probably already out there.
It's out there. I think people have been good about it because I've avoided anything that's potential spoiler, or whatever. I've totally steered clear of.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. The only other bit of news that I have that's this Halloween end concerned is something that's really not much of a surprise to myself or you or probably anybody watching, but it's officially been rated R for bloody horror, violence, and gore. So that's
it was ceremonial at this point, but but
I mean, the thing is, there's not a lot of news coming out right now because we haven't really gotten a lot of stuff now.
No, and I mean, unless you want to dive into potentially ruining the movie for yourself, but
I mean, I would say
maybe it's not my style. So
no, I'd say maybe end of this month, maybe beginning of next month, we'll probably get a bigger trailer, I would think.
Yeah,
that's probably coming. The posters,
some TV spots, I would imagine we'll start to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we're getting close to that point where we're going to get some more stuff. I just hope that it's what we said before, that this next trailer doesn't ruin what the teaser gave us.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, if you want to put one or two little extra snippets in there, that's fine. But other than that, just reconfigure the trailer you already have.
Yep.
And you're good.
100%. Yep.
And I hope that they stick with it. Seems like they're being more reserved this time around, and I hope they stick with that conservative approach because
real quick, and I forgot to talk about it in our other video, but I heard that the new Exorcist comes out next October already.
Okay.
And oh geez, I don't know how you say her name. I want to say it's Ellen Bernstein. That was the original Chris McNeil from the original Exorcist.
Right.
Is actually coming. She filmed her scenes, and she's supposedly supposed to be in the whole trilogy. So I hope they filmed them scenes now.
Let's get them go. Yeah, do the whole thing.
But it comes out next October already. So they're moving pretty fast on that too.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, that seems like that's coming together very quickly, actually.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I mean,
I'll give it a shot.
I mean, David Gordon Green. He did a solid job with Halloween, so he's earned his chance. The
Exorcist
on that
was tough because if you remember watching like the original movie and stuff, you remember when the priest was talking to people and stuff. You find out that the original exorcism that the priest was in charge of was a young boy.
Right.
So you remember hearing that in the movie and stuff, and then they made that Exorcist. The beginning came out, and they actually were teasing at the whole movie that it was that young kid. It was a boy that was possessed, and then they fucked up. And then when the priest was in the cave with that woman, she became Linda Blair crawling on walls and shit with a long tongue and stuff. And I was like, you ruined the whole movie.
Yeah.
So if you were going to try to bring it back and tell that story, it was actually cool how they were leading to it, but then they fucked it up again.
They deviated from the.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that in this point, with them redoing it, they actually do it right. And do what you're supposed to do.
Well, yeah. All right, we'll jump into some comments. Your comments, real quick.
Comment time.
Pat Farrell says, "I predict Halloween Ends will be a lot like Friday the 13th Part 5: copycat killers and possession." We've covered both of that. Definitely copycat killers. I think. I don't know if I could say it's confirmed that there's a copycat killer, but it's as close to confirmed as you're going to get. It definitely seems very likely.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that maybe in one of Michael's kills, he may have killed someone's son, and then they were an ambulance driver, and then they saw it happen, and wait a minute. Is that what Corey is? Is that, oh shit. Maybe it was his brother or something, and okay. All right. We got the Roy storyline coming. All right.
That's right. It's possible.
Listen, I just want to see demons scatter across the screen and complain about those damn enchiladas. That's all I'm talking about. If it's there, I want to see it.
And maybe they'll fly out of a turkey, and we'll call it Halloween Thanksgiving Amityville.
There it is. Dude, there it is. That's our new movie. Listen. Amityville Halloween. That's our new
Amityville Halloween. Let's do it.
We're doing it.
We don't have a story yet, but we have a title, and that's all that matters.
Yes.
The story is totally irrelevant when you're doing one of those.
And we completely just copyrighted that right now too, so nobody take that.
Yeah, I can't take it. It's ours.
Yeah.
Because I know everybody's going to be jumping at the chance to make that one.
Dude, wait! I guarantee you in about a month we're going to see that title out somewhere. Somebody made that shit. Watch.
It's probably it's in production now.
Yes.
All right. Why You Dumb says, "What if Corey actually kills the kid he's accused of killing because he heard the same voice as Michael did when he killed Judith, and whatever's controlling Michael wants a younger body, Corey, to continue on?" Possible. Although it does seem as though Corey and Michael get into quite the sparring contest in the sewers.
Yeah.
So
listen, somewhere, Dr. Wynn is like whispering to Corey saying, "Kill for me," and then Michael's like, "Nah, bullshit. That's my gig, man.
Yeah.
No.
We'll tie it into the Thorn trilogy here somehow."
Yeah, exactly.
It's a kid obsessed with Michael, so to get close to Allison so he can kill like Michael. But then the real Michael shows up and kills him. Sorry guys, I've seen it, and Michael talks. I don't know what. So
listen, we've already heard that potentially this kid is dating Allison. So our theory, of course, to that was, okay, so you date Allison to get to Lori. The kid knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
As far as Michael speaking, we've been talking about that since 2018. It's either going to happen in this movie or it's not going to happen in this movie.
Yeah.
If it does happen, it needs to be done tastefully and properly. If it doesn't happen, I'm 100% okay with that.
You mean not like him screaming "Die" in Halloween 2, Halloween Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
Did I ever tell you the story about that? That I had no idea that that even happened. I bought the DVD because I'm a completist when it comes to a set like that.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
So, but I never watched it. I bought it and just said, okay,
Yeah.
put it in the collection, call it a day.
Sure.
And one day I'm standing there talking to the one dude, and he goes, "Yeah, so yeah, you remember the scene from Halloween 2 when Michael talked?" I was like, "No, I don't. I know what you're talking about." He goes, "Dude, on the DVD, there's an extra cut of that when he stabs Dr. Moon." I said, "Bullshit."
Yeah.
He goes, "Go home." He goes, "Go home and watch it."
Mhm.
I came home, popped that fucker in, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
He screams
happened?
"Die." Yeah.
Yeah, I was so pissed. I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
don't do that."
Yeah, he screams "Die" at the
No.
end. Yeah, which was like,
Yeah,
come
I
on.
was so mad, dude. I was like, "Come
He,
on." Man.
also, in the first one that Zombie did, he runs for a minute.
Yeah.
And that annoyed the shit out of me when I saw it. Like those are things that only a true Halloween fan would nitpick and get pissed about.
Yeah.
But it pissed me off
because we're used to Michael being Michael, you know.
Right. And again, it's why I always go back and say that it just wasn't. It didn't work for me as a Halloween movie.
No, it really didn't. Absolutely not.
D-Man says, okay, this is in reference to us talking about the last scene that Jamie Lee Curtis filmed when she rapped her portion of Halloween Ends, right, ending her 10 years Laurie Strode. We assume, anyways. D-Man right. says, LOL, it's the last shot she filmed, not the last shot of the movie. I don't believe we said it was the last shot of the movie. I think that we speculated that maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but if you go back and watch...
It's because we were joking around and saying, "Oh, what if the ending is with, Michael pulling Allison through the window or something because she's driving off in the Freddy car or Christine or whatever, But nah, dude, the story being told there was this was Laurie saying this was my final shot of the film.
Right.
This is what it was cool for her to see it and surreal for her to see it being the last time she's going to play that character. It wasn't us saying that was the end of the movie at all.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what the end of the movie is.
No, and we don't know what order they shot the scenes. And if you could go back and watch a couple videos prior that we talk about, a lot of times when movies are filmed and experiences you've had that I've had, a lot of times you shoot the ending first. And as a matter of fact, in 1978, John Carpenter filmed the very opening scene at the end because they had to fix the house up to make it look more. They fixed the house up to make it look like it wasn't decrepit. So they filmed that at the very end. So everything else had already been shot. By the time.
Made sense though.
Yeah, especially when you're on a tight budget like that.
Absolutely.
All right. Anyway, in terms of the new trilogy, Keith says, "I am not okay with this storyline." I'm assuming the copycat killer, especially the last in the fucking trilogy. Their writing chops are not good enough. Keith's been pretty critical of a lot of what we've seen. I get being reprehensive about it. I'm nervous about it too. I think if it's done right, it could be cool and interesting. And as somebody pointed out above in one of the other comments, would be kind of cool if they did it in a way to slightly pay homage to Friday the 13th 5 a little bit. It would just be this random thing that they did because it is similar. Yeah. So one part of me is like, I'm a little leery of it as well. But the other part of me is like, it's something we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. So I think I hated the idea originally, but once I heard a little more about it, read a little more about it, I don't hate it so much anymore. Like I'm actually looking forward to seeing how they pull it off and what they do with it.
Right. I mean, it's all. I mean,
I get his concern though. He's right. I get his concern.
Right. It's all on the execution. Anyway, I'm gonna go with one more here. Million Ideas says, "I never understood the Halloween 3 theories being Halloween." Oh, we actually read that one. I might actually be out.
Oh, yeah.
Of comments. There might be more down here, but it's tough. They're also mixed in.
Yeah, it is tough to kind of keep up with them.
Oh, here's one. This is I believe this is in regards to. I did want to read this one. Am I the only one that sees? So this is in regards to that extra shot of Nick Castle when he got up and ran away or whatever, and we found out later it was just him joking around. He says, "Am I the only one that sees Michael wearing the mask in this new footage? I'm watching you guys on my TV, and it's as plain as day that he has it on. I mean, what would Michael have done? Fall off the balcony, take the mask off, and then run off? I agree. It looks like he has the mask on. I'm just going by the description that was given to us. Supposedly, it looks to me like he has the mask on. What do you think?
I don't see the mask. I see
really
like a person's face.
Okay.
But this could be like that. What color dresses do you see?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. And it's tough to say because the mask is a face, really.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not disputing the dude in any way.
Yeah.
He could be 100% right. For me, I see Nick Castle face.
Yeah. And
again,
see, I to me initially I thought it was the mask, and then I was going by what we were told.
Right.
Because that is what we were told.
It just being a goof off scene that they did
yeah.
for fun.
It wasn't even. Yeah.
It's very possible that Nick Castle did take the mask off or whatever. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know though. Honestly, I'll have to go back, look at it.
And now I know. Now I'm gonna be really looking. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever really know the true story behind all that, but
true.
I'm on a crunch for time because my kid's got to go to a swimming lesson, so that's all I'm gonna get to tonight. And sorry to any comments I missed. We'll dive through them again, of course, but
we will get them.
So I'll let you do your thing.
Okay. So follow us on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Share it. Give us a follow. Tell all your friends about it. Mm-hmm. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast. And our biggest thing is jump on Reddit. Come and continue the horror discussion with us. Come tell us if you see a mask or if you don't see a mask in that picture, because I honestly see the face. Mask. He says he sees the mask. Our commenter says he sees the mask too.
But the mask is a face. So
yes. So we're going to treat this like the what color dress do you see situation. Let us know what you guys see too, because we want to know in the comments.
That's right.
So I'm sure we'll be back with more weekly updates here soon.
Yes.
We might even take a trip to Spirit Halloween we were talking about and give you guys a look at what they got in the stores.
Yes.
And anytime there's Halloween Ends news, we're going to be back to talk about it. So
yes, no doubt. So lots of stuff coming up, guys. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate all of our subscribers and even the people who go on there and comment and tell us, what they don't like about the show. It's helpful because we can take that and try to update and change the way we do things a little bit and try to at least be cognizant of it. So always a work in progress. Check us out on all our other platforms and everything. Other than that, we'll see you. We love you guys.
Later, guys.
Fans, check out and follow the Horror Guys. You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Horror Guys. On Twitter, Horror Guys 21, that's HORRORGUYS 21. On YouTube, The Horror Guys. And also on Spotify, search for The Horror Guys.